Good morning and welcome to another show, PAA Live Morning Show. Today is Friday, May the 14th, 2021. It is a cloudy day here in South Florida. I'm Joe. I am the admin slash owner of Plastic Addictions Anonymous and the Model Asylum on Facebook. Guys, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and follow. Hit that bell so you get notifications of when I'm on doing things like this. Today we're going to tackle the hydraulic lines. As you can see here, I have the hydraulic lines 8 ways in the place where the instructions told me to put them. Now, the instructions also show me to put, let me get this out of the way here. It does a lot better when I do this and I can see okay. All right, so the instructions, I don't know why I can't. Okay, so the instructions show me to put them here and there, and they're also showing me to put this cap in on the pin that goes to the fifth wheel. I'm choosing not to put that cap in right now, as in I may want to run some of the hydraulic lines underneath there and through this front member so I can attach it to the tractor. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out yet, but I'll figure something out. I'm sure there's a chain and hook or something I can use. But there's the 8 ways we're connecting to today. As you can see here on the instructions, if you're following, they are showing that the 4 ways, or the 8 ways, there's one here that's in the rear and one here that's in the front. I have the corresponding in the correct places sitting here on the trailer. As you can see it, the trailer is actually sitting, the warning information pamphlet about parts and stuff like that. But as you can see, I've got exactly the way it is. The back of the trailer is here. I'm sorry, the front of the trailer is here, the back of the trailer is here, and each one of these 8 ways are in the proper place. So I've also pre-cut. I'm going to set this here so that it matches. So I'm setting it right here, and you can't see it, but the back wheels here are matching my back wheels here. So I'm actually using the instructions exactly the way they're showing. Now, up here on this one, on this number 11, where they're showing you doing the hydraulic lines underneath, you have to turn this trailer over. Guys, be really careful. I added chains, which I should have waited till the very, very end to do any of my chaining. That was my mistake. Because of the two opening ramps to get cars in and out of it by hand, is a bit of a pain in the butt to make sure it sits level and to make sure you don't break anything off. I actually had a problem putting this one over because of the shakes that I have, and my hands don't work too well. So I had to remount this part right here, this ramp right here, because I kind of twisted it a little bit out of shape. Anyways, this is the actual lines and the sizes of the lines. You can actually put the lines right down on this instruction and cut it to this point, and that gives you the exact A, B, C, D all the way down. Tells you what location on your 4 ways that you have in place on where to put those lines corresponding to this letter, okay, and this length of line. So first thing I need to do is I need to find out that they're doing A, B, G, and H. So I'm going to go to my lines, which I have my bag right here somewhere. I did. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have my bag right here that I have all my lines cut. Morning, Rob. Yeah, I hear you. Good luck with that. Yeah, I know. I'm really shaking today. So I'm kind of leery of doing this, but I want to get it done so I can move on. And yesterday you missed out, Rob. I did the 2006 Camaro, and I did show off that I had already painted the interior. The engine is fully built. I finally got the headers on, and that's all done. I cleaned up all the door frames yesterday. Guys, go check that video out, Rob. You guys, if you haven't seen yesterday's morning show. Also, I got the tires built. I kind of skipped a few because I really like to see what the tires look like with the rims on them. It's going to look really gnarly. Rob, you're the man that I need because you picked the colors. Basically, you like the black. I was going to change it, but you said it looks really good. And you also said that you like the red interior and the orange engine with the chrome undercarriage parts. Remind me 20 minutes, 15 minutes before we're done here, and I'll pull the box out, Rob, so I can show you what I've actually done so you can check it out. The video shows it all, but I can show you firsthand here. I'm also going to shoot you you got my phone number, so anytime you want to call in. Guys, I'm going to be willing to give you my local phone number. I found out that it's just a bit too much for me to add a line here, so I'm not going to add a landline here because I don't have a landline here at the house at all as of now. We only have cell phones, which I'm sure most people do. All right, so get on with that. But what I'm going to do live phone ins or call-ins, what do you want to call them, live call-ins, from you guys. And I'll, if you email me, or rather if you PM me, or you're a part of my members or a part of my groups on Facebook, PM me and I will give you my phone number. And you guys, if you can't make it to, you know, log in, so to speak, here with YouTube and come chat with us, I can put you on with a live phone call and you guys can talk to us from there. Anytime you guys want to, just give me a yell, give me a PM, and I'll shoot you my number. I'm not pushing, I'm not rushing anybody to do anything. I'm having fun. I appreciate Rob being here. Yeah, go look. Yeah, go check it out. You'll check it out. I did really good on it. It's going to look sharp as heck, Rob. It really is. I'm trying not to cuss at it, brother, because I know that possibly a couple of the kids from our group, our parents have kids. All right, so let's move right along. Yesterday's video, morning show, I had Toman 127 in, and he hung out for me with me for this morning show, and we did the build, some of the build on the Camaro, and we did a couple of discussions on a couple other builds and other things. So go check that out. I did make the mistake of saying, what did I say wrong? I said something wrong on the video somehow. I am going to check the video and I'm going to edit that part out. It's not a cuss word or bad thing or anything. I misspoke myself, as I sometimes do. That's what happens when you're live. You know, you got to go back in and fix stuff. I've also been doing a lot of research and finding out how to customize this channel to make it so much better and so much more fun for you guys, and be able to make you guys, you know, it's not just sitting here watching my hands do movements and stuff. I'm going to get a secondary camera so you guys get a side view. God, you guys are going to get a profile view. Oh, my goodness. But I'm going to have a second set of cameras set up so you guys can actually see me and talk to me. You know, it's easier to talk to a face than it is a set of hands. It really is. I know that. So I've cut. You guys can see them, I hope. I'm going to pull them back. Just there we go. There we go. I moved the camera up a little bit, Rob. You see better? I want you guys to see. Let me get my keyboard shut, too. Oh, this is a keyboard. Check this keyboard out. And this mouse out. My middle son, Christopher, is a big YouTuber also. He does a channel that does gaming. I'm going to give him a shout out as soon as I find out what his game channel number is and game channel name is. I don't know it. But he helped me set up the OBS, and he also helped me set up this new keyboard. He gave me a new keyboard and stuff. I did some research, and I can do these buttons here and here, and I can make them like, if I want to choose these as game, left, right, up or down or whatever, but I'm going to choose to make them hotkeys to bring videos in and out. Once I figure out how to change the OBS microphone megahertz or qualihertz or whatever the heck they call them, so I can make it rise louder, because that's what I found out all I need to do is go into the settings and set that as a higher DPI, I think it is. Not the DP, not DPI, but whatever it's called, to make it clearer. It won't sound so muffled. Anyways, moving right along with this build, we're working on the recently released in 2021, April, last month, the REVELL auto transport trailer. I've done a bunch of videos, and I've had Rob here with me for a bunch of times. So everybody has seen this. And if you have not seen this, go check out our past videos. Each and every one of my live shows, I have been trying to do at least a little bit of a build and a little bit of a chat, and welcome my friend Rob, or my friend Toman 127, or my son has came in. Paul Lovelace has called in. Are out to all those guys. I do want to do a quick shout out to the Plastic Addictions Anonymous and the Model Asylum Facebook groups. These guys are awesome builders. If you're not part of our groups, please go check us out and, you know, become a member. Here, please like, subscribe, follow. If you don't like the video, that's fine. You know, you might like one of the other ones. Subscribe and follow. Subscribe gets me closer to being able to do live. The more subscriptions I get, the closer I get to 1,000, the more live stuff I can do while I'm not sitting at my computer. Right now, I'm stuck to doing videos on my phone and then uploading them, or doing live stuff right here at my computer, and I'm stuck here. I would really love to get you guys over to my... Excuse them jumping around here. I'd really like to get you guys, you know, to be able to see stuff like this when I slide over there and do my airbrushing and stuff like that. My wife also says I'm going to be able to take one or two of those shelves to put some of my kits on, my builds. So excuse me, but I'm just one of those nights. Anyways, I am going to put you guys right back where you were. How's that, Rob? Okay, that's better. Okay, so now I'm not quite so sure if I'm centered, guys, or if I'm not centered. Nope, I don't think I am. So let's move that over just a bit. I like you guys to get the full picture of everything that I'm doing. So that should be right about center. I think I have the build right dead center. Okay, so that should be good there. All right, so Again, we're going to do the hydraulic lines. What I've done a little bit different that's not in the instructions on my hydraulic lines is I used some of, what did I do with it? I had it out. Oh, here it is. I used some of this wire. This wire I got at the dollar store. It comes in red, yellow, blue, green, black, white, depending on what they carry in the store. But what I've done is I've taken my cutters, or a pair of scissors even, and I go to the edge of the wire, and I just cut a little bit off of the plastic, okay, to see how far I go. Now, I measured the wire. I don't. You guys can see this either, can you? Crap. All right, I measured the wire, and that's gonna. Let's see. You guys see okay if I do that? And that one's gonna have to go off too. That's gonna be way too dark, guys. All right, how about that? Is that better? Okay, cool. I'll shut that side light off. Okay, cool. This looks good. This looks good. Is that good? Oh man, cool. I want to check that kit out, Rob. The 72 wedge. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. I want to check that one out. Man, take some pictures of that. Shoot me. I'm also going to figure out how to put pictures up here, Rob. Dang it. I'm going to figure all this stuff out, man. I've only been doing the live show for a week. Yes, I've had the channel. It shows I've had the channel for about a year. I haven't really done a lot on it, Rob, but recently my wife and I were talking, and I really want this channel to take off. I really want to do this. I'm not looking to make money. I'm really not, guys. I'm not looking for sponsors. I'm looking to have fun and have you guys have a place to come hang and have a cup of coffee with me in the morning. Well, I'm already on my Pepsi, so either way, get some caffeine in you. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm going to use my little light over here. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys either. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, how about that? All right, I'm just going to use this so I can see stuff. All right, so again, back to the wires. I took and stripped the wire completely down. As you see, it comes off fairly easy. As you can see, it comes off really, really easy. So what I did was I stripped the black off of this wire because it didn't fit in the hydraulic line. And what I did was I added the wire inside the hydraulic line. Okay, so now wherever I need to push the hydraulic line or bend it, I can do it and it won't pop out. I was debating, still am, because of where these are kind of run. The way the instructions have these side ones is they're going over these rails here and back over these rails. Myself, personally, I think I'm going to, right now with you guys online, drill little holes that looks like there's 1, 2, 3 going on this side and 3 going on this side. And 1 going straight up front into this hydraulic mechanism. So I feel that I need to drill holes in these to keep them from falling or dangling in between. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get my drill bit. Let's figure out my size. You guys are going to watch this live. So if I screw up, you're going to know, guys. You'll know where I hid the screw ups. I don't think my drill bit's in here right now. And that's going to suck because I really want to put these lines in. And I'm not going to leave to go find my drill. It should be right here, but it is not. I do have my Dremel, but it's a little harder to use. I got to set it all up. At least my drill. All right, so we'll do this as it is. Because I misplaced my drill. It's probably out in my truck because I was doing some work on my travel trailer. It's probably out in my truck. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do it as it is. I really think it'll be okay. They do it that way. And I have the metal in it, so I can literally wrap it around and not have to worry about it. So anyways, we're going to start out by finding the letters. So they're showing me here on this instruction here that the first one I'm going to go with alphabetical order. So I'm going to go with A. So A literally comes off of this side, comes to the, what is that, driver's side, comes up and around either over the underneath the tires or over the or inside the chassis or somewhere, but then it's got to connect back into here to this hydraulic line, this hydraulic system. I'm sure that's what it's connecting to. And it's going to be connecting in down here somehow. They're not showing me the other end where it's physically connected, I think, until I turn it over. Also, this line right here, this is the E line, which is going to be this really long freaker right here. This little, really long sucker right here is number E. It is 8.5 or 4.1 centimeters. So I have my trusty little, where'd it go? I had it out. Oh, there it is. I have my trusty little measuring device that has centimeters and things on it, but it's not long enough. So I went and grabbed, I don't see it either, dang it. I don't see my metric tape measure either. Gosh, bless them. All right, anyways, I did work on my travel trailer. I do have tape here with me, though, so I can tape them into place until I figure out what to do. I may just lay them out, and tomorrow or Monday or this weekend, maybe even, I'll grab my drill. Did I show you guys a little pin I made, by the way? When I clean these up, they're individual. So when I clean them up, when you put a car on them, they collapse in the front. They just go poof. So what I made was I took a little piece of my styrene, same styrene I used to do the chain and pin for the back. I just made a kind of a square, half square shape, and I can put it right inside the holes. And as long as it's completely down, all right, come on now, there we go. It's a pain in the butt with my eyes and my hands shaking so much, but I can put it right into the holes and it'll stay, and it'll stay up. So anyways, okay, so this. Now I need to do A. So A is going to be an A line. So an A line are going to be one of my longer lines. So there's all my shorter lines. There, I think this one's my A line. I'm pretty sure this is my A line. Yeah, this is going to be my A line. Okay, so this is A. So it's showing, oh, nope, that's not A. That can't be A. That's got to be E. And that's not E. So oh, you know what I did? I'm using the wrong end. What a dope. Yes, that's A. Okay, so A. So I'm going to push the wire. As you see, the wire can stick out at both ends. So what I'm going to end up doing, ow, is cutting myself and sticking it into my finger. Is pushing the line out. Looks like there's a little clog there. It's not coming through. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to push the line out right through the end of it. And just to show you guys what I'm going to do is how I'm going to connect it. Now, these lines, they're actually telling you to super glue them as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to lay them in place. So I'm going to try to get this line out. But really, in all rights, I don't have to get this line out. I'm going to pull the line back a little bit. I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to pull the line back a little bit just so I have just enough of a piece of, just enough of a piece of regular just hose that I can connect it. And let's see, A goes to this side to the back one. So we're going to have to, see, that's what I mean. I really need to cut the holes in it because this would be perfect running right onto that. So let me see how fast I can get my Dremel set up. Oh, wait, I found it. Ha! It was just hiding in the back and my battery's charged. Ha! Okay, so now I just got to find the right size. And I'm going to go ahead and drill the outside hole here. And I have touch-up paint ready to, all right, so here we go. Guys, excuse the noise. Let me find the right size. Where is the piece of hose? Over here. Oh, there's the E one. There it is right there. I was looking for that one. All right, and there's the A one. And this is the extra that I have left over to do the top. Still have all that still to do the top side. All right, so let's see. Oop, I meant to need that. I needed that. All right, so let's see. We're going to find one that's going to do just a little bigger than the hose. I don't want to make it too big. That looks like right about it. And the hose size is, looks like 5/16. No. My bad. 5/64 is the drill bit size I'm going to use. And I'm going to stand up, so excuse me for a minute. I'm going to try to match the best I can to get this directly to that pin. So that looks like it's about right. So I'm going to drill a hole here, hold it into place. I probably should have put it down. There you go, pressure it. There you go. All right, so now I got my line coming. Here we go. Got to be careful because I did glue them in there with super glue, and if I hit it too hard, I'm going to pop it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to see if my line's going to fit through the one with the metal, because I'm going to put the metal in first on this side just to see if I can pull the line through. If I did this right, see, my hands are shaking so bad I can't get it even go in the damn hole. That's what she said. Ooh, bad thing, bad boy. Sorry about that, Rob. You know what? That might help. Excuse the light for a second, guys. So I got that into place. Okay, so cool. Now that, I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, you probably can't, but I'm going to put it. See, that lines right up with that pin that it's supposed to go on. Check that crap out. So now I like that idea of drilling the holes. Now I got my drill. So as I go along, you guys will have to listen to a drill. Also, same thing here. I noticed that it's up on top here. And I know the tires sit and everything sits up a bit. You know, it's going to leave a little bit of a clearance, but there's only this much distance in clearance. You know what I mean? There's only this much distance. So I am going to go ahead and drill probably into these here. And when it comes out here, I'm going to be drilling inside the frame to the out so I can hook up to each one of these hydraulics. Then I can literally just kind of bend it into place and leave it like right here across this across member. So, all right, here we go. Got my first one built in. Let's hook one up. All right, so Rob, all I'm going to do is get this out of my way so I don't get it confused. Oh, there's my last one. There's my other A. See, I knew there was 2 A's. All right, so got all my pre-prep lines, and I did all of them. I put wire in all of them. So like I said, now all I got to do is pull it back just a little bit, or actually this end is ready to roll as well. See, I just pull it back enough just to leave enough to where I can play with it and have time. I also have my tweezers that have a band on them, so I can slide the band back and forth to hold them in place, kind of like so. So once I get them in here, I just take the band and I close the band on them, and I don't have to worry about keeping my fingers squeezed. I can move my fingers around. So that's a pretty cool little thing. I got these at the dollar store with a set of 3 or 4. It had this one. It's got a flat one with a flat paddle, which will be in a totally another. Oop! I just dropped off my axle. Also, guys, recommendations. If you guys are doing models and you're doing any stretching or anything, I recommend you go to dollar store and buy one of those. That's a dollar store, dude. $1, and I've used it on every chassis I've stretched so far in the past year, and I have had no problems doing it. There's a little tool tip for you. If you're going to get into stretching or get into any type of body hacking, body bashing, you need to go get yourself a nice little hacksaw. A lot of guys I know, they use their Dremels and stuff like that. Me, I'm more of a hands-on type of guy. Also, I've done these little valves. I've cleaned them all up. I'm trying to make sure that they're ready to roll. They go on the outside, and that'll be my next step. They're told me to put it on two sections of the instructions ago. This is the original panel that went down where the toolbox is going to go, and I have my toolbox lid right here, all cut into the way it's going to go. It's going to sit like this, and you're going to be able to see the tools lined up inside the box, but this is going to be the lid. Okay, so that's the way that's going to go. More than likely, this is not going to be made to look like it's standing alone. It's going to be hooked to a rig at all times. I'm going to be taking pictures with my white background and my green screen background so I can add stuff there as well, and different trucks to it. Yeah, I see you, Rob. Yo, you got the same set of tweezers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do. I know. I need to figure out some thumbnails. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out. I know that YouTube Studio does not really allow, or it's not easy to do screen art while we're doing this, although ABS does. And if I change over to ABS, you've seen the screens, Rob. The only problem with that is the microphone is a little dull. It does make me sound like I'm in another room or I'm in a can talking through a can. So I got to figure that all out. Once I figure all that out, Rob, we'll be rocking and rolling, bro, with some really killer screen art. All right, let's get back to what I was doing. What was I doing? Oh, A. So we got to find A. And again, I'm not sure if I'm going to, it seems like I should be able to run it down across here somehow, maybe even on the inside here along the thing. As you see, I left the fender and the backside loose because I knew I was going to be coming in here with a line. Smart thing also, when you guys are gluing this fender in, glue the front half end only. Leave the back half to where you got a little bit of movement, because you're going to have to run pipes and lines back here to these valves. So if you have this all glued up into place, you're going to fight getting them lines in. But if it's a little loose and then you glue it on afterwards, you've got more space. I thought ahead on that one. All right. See, good set of tweezers though, right, Rob? They work good. All right, I'm going to need to move this a little closer to me so I can see a bit more. And I don't know how well you guys are going to see. So, because I cannot see up and over. Oh, wait, maybe my chair's not far enough up. Does my chair go up anymore? Oh, yeah, my chair went up. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'll just bring it just a little closer. Okay, so cool. I didn't realize my seat went up so far. All right, cool. I can see now. All right, I can see my head up. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to move this light away from your guys' eyes and put it this way so I can see right on the pin. All right, so what I want to do is, instead of putting super glue here on these, I'm going to put the super glue on the edge of this, and I got to get something quick as soon as I do, or just before I do, and I'm going to fatten the tip up a little bit. I'm going to stick I got a little scraping bar that I used, and it's got a real sharp tip on the other one, which is what I should be using. And again, my shakes are preventing me from doing this too quick, guys, so hang in there. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing too at the same time. How about that? Is that better? Is that a little better? Is that a little better? Okay, so I'm just going to take the tip, and I'm going to try my best with my shakes. Man, this does not make this easy. Okay, cool. All right, so now I got it on the end, and I'm really just trying to get just a very little bit that's going to be stretched, as you can see on there. See, it's on there just a bit. Stretch it as far as I can, get it to go as far as I can so it takes longer to come down. Okay, so there. So that should be good enough. So now, in truality, I'm supposed to be able to... Oh, I got a little spot of glue there that I shouldn't have. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, I have to check that out. Why is there glue there? I didn't glue anything there. Huh. That makes no sense. Oh, it may have been a bar I had to move. Okay, so I'm going to instantly take this out of here. I'm going to put it through the hole first. Let me get my light back up. That's why I got... Also, dollar store light, man. That sucker is bright, man, when it's got brand new batteries in. All right, so now I'm going to put the line right on through there. And I'm going to pull it up so I can get a little bit of... And see this? There's that wire mechanism that helps. See, look at that. Look at that. Check that out. That is so cool that it did that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and straighten it back out because I'm going to just put a bare drop on this. See that? Just a bare drop. Make sure a little bit gets inside. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to pull it back. And I'm going to use my pointy tweezers. Or should I use my paddle tweezers? I'm not sure which. Let's try my pointy tweezers, see if they'll work. Where'd they go? There they go. All right, so, whoops. See, look at that. It came right out. All right, so we're going to take it and put it back in. Oh, come on. It's got super glue on it. I don't want to stick it to nothing. You know what? My mama told me to do it the other way. All right, so there we go. So now here we go. Here we come. All right, so I'm going to try to straighten it out as well a bit because I don't want it to be bending and coming out. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if I can get it on there without using the tweezers first. Nope, it's going above it. Okay, so get back in there. All right, so it's going above it. So I am going to literally just use my tweezers. And this is going to be the wrong set of tweezers to use because they're going to make it want to... All right, I'm going to have to put this back in a little bit. See if that's better. Should have came out the other end by now. There we go. There it is. All right, I'm going to have to put that super glue back in. All right. So now I've got some of the metal out. I'm going to go ahead and straighten it straight out. I'm going to bend the end of this one just a little bit so it doesn't keep poking me in the fingers. There we go. Okay, so now I am actually having to stand to do this, guys. Excuse me. All right, so come on. So maybe it would be better just to hook it to the... All right, so there's that. Oh, cool. Look at that. Hopefully I can get it right on there. Hopefully I cleaned it enough this morning. I'm not sure I did. That looks like it's going to go on there with a little bit of help. All right. I'm going to drop a little dab of super glue right on that pin. There we go. And... oh, I thought it was in. They did not give you the right size hose for this crap. I'm telling you right now. The hose should be the thicker one like I have over here in my box. But I don't think I have enough to do all this. I'm just going to do that. Let's see if that'll stay. Oh, nope, damn it. All right, try this. Check it out. I'm going to put it right there on the tip. My eyes are blurring out. I'm sitting looking so long, the same thing. Man, it's really giving me a fight there to go on there. See that, guys? Damn it. All right, you're going to have to hold it there for a couple seconds. Me, I'm going to move this hand. And just let it sit there now. I don't mind it sitting there for a couple seconds like that. All right, so once you get this either right on, it appears that I'm not on it. I'm actually on the top of it, but that's okay. As long as you're covering up nobody will see the difference. As long as you got it glued into place, nobody will ever see the difference. All right, so I'm going to try to remove my hand. Man, I'm trying to remove my hand and reach over and grab my tweezers and kind of give it a little push under the glue. See if that helps. All right. I'm not sure any glue came out. Doesn't look like it. I seem to be having a problem getting the glue to come out. Oh, no, I don't either. I can see it. Yeah, it's all right there, damn it. All right, so this is going to work. We're in now. Maybe twisting it might have helped it go on there. I'm going to try to twist it a little bit. This is going to be the real problem with these things, is getting them to go on properly and making them look right. So if you can get it on there, kudos. I don't know that I'm going to get it on there. And this is my first one, and I'm fighting this much. It could take me the next 2 weeks just to do 2 of these lines. All right, so I got it on there. Now I'm letting it dry. I'm going to set it here for a while. Just stand here for a while, let it stay put. Hopefully it'll dry up, and we'll have it all squared away. Does not look like it's coming off at this point now, so that's a good thing. Okay, so that's one. Kind of drop it slow to make sure it doesn't fall off the pin. All right, so that's one. Let that dry just like that. Okay, so I got one on the pin and one ready to roll. Oh my goodness, Rob, did you see that crap? Yeah, it does. It lets me do. Yeah, only 95. Yeah, thanks, dude. I needed that. My back and hands are shaking so bad right now. I'm not sure I can make it to number 3 or number 2 for that matter. All right, so I'm going to leave that one alone for now. So the next one says to do B. B also connects into that side and goes towards the first pump from the back side. Actually, second pump from the back side. The first one is the one for the ramp to the up. The second one is the hydraulic. Also, supposedly for the hydraulic for the ramp on the way up. So we now need B. Shows B here on the instructions. Okay, so I'm going to jump on B. I don't need this really. I thought I did, but I don't. That actually does better without that. All right, so now, I don't know if you guys, give me a couple seconds to let it dry and get this other one in and let it dry, and I'll go from there, guys, and we'll go from there. Also, so now we need a B. So a B is going to be, the B itself is 2.75 inches or 7.0 centimeters. So that's going to be this one, if I'm not mistaken. That should be that one. So let me stretch it out and straighten it out a little bit more. It's hard to figure out these things when they're not straight. So I'm just going to put the rubber hose on one end. Yep, okay, so there's the one I need. Okay, so this one is the second one, which means I need to drill a secondary hole because the first one's not going to sell. I should have already done that like a dope. I didn't. So now we're just going to take the drill and do it again. So right next to it, though, I'm going to go right next to it. Just going to go right next to it. There we go. All right, cool. And I didn't pop the other one off, right? Yep, I did pop the other one off. What a dope. Oh, no, I didn't. Yay, it's still there. Okay, so same thing with this one. I got the right one. Here, let me make sure one more time. So I double check my lines before I start putting them in, make sure they're the right ones. This is the straightest one I have in front of me, so it's got to be the right line. And it is not. That is a C. So there's a C. Is that smaller than the C? It does look like it is. So there's my A or my B. Yes, so there's my B. Okay, so I'm all ready here now. So again, I've already got a little bit of super glue on there, so I should just be able just to wet this, just the tip of it. I've only got the tip of it out of the metal, so it should still work. I'm going to put some super glue all around the tip of it. I am literally going to take a napkin, though, because I just realized that I started to drip down towards my hand and wipe the end of it off and try that again. All right, I am going to need this, guys. Sorry, I hope it doesn't give you... it's not too bad. All right, so here we go. All right, so now pull the... After I get it in, before I get it in, I'm going to pull the metal out just a hair. There we go. And it goes on the one forward, the same side, only forward. And again, I'm going to twist and turn this one to see if I can get it to slide on as well. So I'm not ignoring anybody. Okay, so I got it on there good enough for me. Whoops, It's not good enough for the truck though. All right, so I'm gonna, oops. I let it go and it fall down, go boom. All right, so this is going to be the hardest part of the whole build, guys. So this one may take a couple of shows, but I'm going to try to do some while I'm not on live too, so that, you know, maybe I'll have them lined. Maybe I'll have the whole bottom done or the whole top done, and just have to hook them up to the pumps, because they all go to pumps and they all go to specific lines. Okay, let's leave that there for now. It does look like it's going to be fine. The super glue should be thinning out the rubber good enough to do that. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Now, just hopefully I can put it down and it'll stay where I had it. Of course, it did not. Oh, the super glue is starting to work well. That's a good thing. All right, so I was hoping that the super glue would kind of soften the rubber, and it should have enough to go on. Oh, it's definitely on there. Oh, it's definitely on there. All right, I'm gonna leave it sitting just like that. Okay, so we got two lines set in. All right, so now I can let go of that one because that one's staying where it's at too. Just gonna bring my little tweezers over here and kind of press it down a little bit. I'm gonna open these up so I got a little bit of more room to play with it. All right, so that should be perfect on there. I wish I could just pick it up and show you guys, but I'm so afraid. But anyways, I got the second line in. Okay, so second line is in. Now, I'm staying with this side. So I'm going to stay with this side. So now I'm going to do C and D. So I did A and B, and now I'm going to do C and D and then E. That's the way they're showing me. They're telling me to do one side and then the other. These should be a lot easier to do. So let's see. This one goes up and over. Goes on top of it, up and over. So I'm going to drill a little hole there. I'm going to put a little hole there. Actually, I'm going to put two little holes there and one here. So let me do that before I do anything else. So I need two holes on the main member. And I'm going to put a hole somewhere up in here because it's got to go to this one. So when it's showing that it's coming all along the bottom of this rail, glued to the bottom of this rail, and then coming and dropping down here, coming up underneath. No, I'm not going to do all that. So I am going to drop a couple of small holes right here. Hang on, guys. Here we go. I hit nothing. Oh, I hit the bottom there. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some touch-ups here and there too as well. So that's fine. Okay, so now I have my 3 holes for this side. 1, 2, 3. Instead of running it along the bottom rail here. Oh, hey, Caesar, what's up, buddy? Glad to have you with us. Sorry about that, buddy. I was too focused on trying to get... We are doing hydraulic lines on the trailer here, and I didn't like the way they had them run, so I am literally cutting holes in my chassis, which I'm sure everybody has done before, just to run the lines the way I feel they should be. As far as I'm concerned, these 2 lines do not need to come up and over this dang center beam, over to this extender, and then down and around. I'd rather take it from here. Okay, you'll see. Anyways, okay, so now we're doing C and D. So that's what we're on. We already did A and B. So this is A and B that I have installed here, Rob. I don't know if you can see it, or Caesar, if you can see this. I've got these 2 lines in, letting them sit. Now I need to do C and D. So C and D are the longer ones, which looks like maybe this might be, what is this one? This one is going to be E, I think. Yeah, this one's E, so there's E. This one is going to be a B. Nope, this one is going to be a C. So again, I've told everybody I've cut all the lines down there where they're supposed to be. So this is a C. So C goes directly through here on the back side and then up to this one. And then D will come down here, come down and into this hole, back over to here, and then I'm going to keep it close to the chassis, and I'm going to run it right along there because it goes up front to here, all the way up to this, down to here. So let's see what we can do about getting this next one on. All right, so easiest way I'm going to probably be able to do this is to make sure, first of all, that I've cleaned it good enough. So let me take my little sanding disc and try to get it to sand just a little bit more. It doesn't look like there's any flash on that one. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run it again. Here we go. Let's run it up here through the hole. So the first one I'm doing is going to be C because it's coming to the back, towards the back of one. So this has to be ran. And I love, oh, Caesar, you weren't here. I showed everybody that I ran metal. I'll show you in a second that I literally ran metal in my lines, a little bit of metal wire into my lines so that I can do just what I'm doing, which is bend them into place. And then now I can just take this and move it kind of over here like so. And then this is ready. Once I glue this into place, it should be ready to roll. Okay, so we're going to put a little glue on this just to drop all the way around it because I'm going to use my tweezers to hold it into place. I'm hoping not to be too messy with the glue here, guys. I'll touch it up and grind it off or whatever I have to later. But it did just run down. Make sure I get some on that. Off my tweezers. Get the excess off with the tweezers. So now I can use my stick, which I have my little, this is a little ceramics etching tool I have. My father and mother gave me a very long time ago when they were doing. So now I need to kind of pull this back a bit. I'm trying to make it towards literally the right shape because this is going to come down to here, through here somehow. So let's get this bent into place first. So now I know that's where that goes. That's going to go down there somehow or somewhere. Okay, so now we got to take this. I'm going to push it. I'm going to bend it a little bit more just to get it to go where I want it to go. Oops, it's going between the beams, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go there. There we go. Okay, so now hopefully I can take my little pliers. This was my idea the whole time, and literally grab it where I want it, squeeze it, and twist it. But it does appear that the metal line is not still there. So push it back in. Okay, there we go. Push it back in a little bit, and then we're going to take just the end of it, and I'm going to connect it to just the edge of the pin. You guys see what I'm doing here? Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to try to get it to go right on the edge of the pin by holding it into place. All right, so there we go. So that's going to go there. Something of that nature. Man, these pins are not the right size, dude, for this hose. I'm telling you, the regular hose you get in the kits would work a lot better with this stuff, guys. So if you've got excess hose of that or have hose availability to get hose for yourself, I recommend you get hoses that are thicker than this. Have a deeper opening, should I say. Because this one's being a pain in my tush. Okay, I got it where I want it. It's not quite exactly right, but I got it where I want it. Nobody's going to be picking my shit up anyway. If they do, they're going to get bopped upside the head. All right, so now I would hold this into place after it's dry. I would let it go, but I had to let it go. So let's bring that back up. So this looks like it can go just like that. Okay, there we go. So that super glue should have been one drop, fixes all. There we go. Okay, so now we do that. I got that into place and that one into place. Once the super glue dries, I'll go from there. I don't know how that's going to look though. I put enough super glue down on it so I can keep playing with it and get it to go where I want it. But that also means a little longer dry time, guys. And I had a fan over here, USB fan over here, but took a dump I think last month or the month before. Literally just said, stopped working. So I did have a fan that I was using for a while there. So if I do this right, you really shouldn't be able to see it anyways. All you're going to be able to see is the sides. So this is going to be the biggest pains of all, as you see, guys. Like the video, subscribe, follow, share if you'd like, guys. Get us some members in here. I cannot go live, says YouTube, unless I have 1,000 subscribers. I need 1,000 subscribers, guys, because I want to take you guys to my swap shop down here locally. we're known for our swap shop down here as well. So this guy has an amazing swap shop, has had it for years. I can remember going there as a kid with my mom and dad, or my brother or sister, and they have a lot of cool stuff that you can buy. These guys get all kinds of stuff, everything from furniture to. All right, so now I'm kind of using my point of this just to kind of like hold it into place. I'm going to use my tool here. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use this pair of tweezers to just kind of like hold it into place, kind of like that. Doesn't seem to want to do that now, though. It was doing it. No, it's not. Oh, you know what I need to do? I know what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do. Let me go ahead and pop that piece of rubber off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. We're going to make this to where it literally has the bend in it the right way. All right, so that's why I put the metal in these also, guys, just so you know. You can see what I'm doing here. I am literally trying to make this to where the bend of the metal literally makes it the way I want it to go. So now I'm going to twist it to the inside to make it face inside. Then I'm going to go right to the end after I hold this piece right here, and I'm just going to twist it back to it so that it gives me a little kink, a little square kink, so to speak. Get it back up on top, and this should be perfectly rolled right into it. There we go. That was a better idea than the last thing I did. So now, don't know if you guys can see it, but I left a little piece of metal out at the end so that it looks like there's a little metal cap at it on this one, so I can get it to stay where I want it. Okay, now that's set up. Okay, so now we're moving on to D, or ABC. Yeah, we're moving on to D, so we're going to find D. D is a medium long one, which is going to be, I think, that's going to be too long. That's too long. That has got to be, so there's my E, which I drilled the hole here to come off of. Looks like it comes off of this side. So again, I'm going to find a way to bend that. Wait, let's get this out right to the bottom where I want it, to where it's not sticking out so much. There we go. All right. So now I am going to take the end of this as soon as I get a little bit of the metal out, and I'm going to go ahead and start placing this one in the front because I got a couple more holes I got to drill for this one. So, and I don't want to cut anything. Okay, so there we go. Ow. Cut myself in the finger any damn way. All right, so whoops, too much. All right, so now I got a bunch of it pulled out. Too much. All right, so we're going back to the way we were. All right, so now I have both sides with some in it. So again, I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it in the hole. I'm going to kind of measure it by eye, put my finger on it, a little bit more because I'm going to have to twist it up. And then I'm going to have to twist it over this way. And then I'm going to have to twist it over this way. Now I'm going to cut the little piece of metal off because I left it sticking out a little bit with just my scissors, which I had out there. They are just my scissors. I'm just going to cut the leave a little tip of the metal. Not much. Okay, so now if I did this right, and then it's got to go, twist that back, and it's got to go this way. All right, so if I did that right, that literally should go right over the, once I get it fished in there. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to see how good we did on the bending of the lines. I used to be a plumber. I've done plumbing, so I should be able to do these little pins and stuff. Hey, I think it's going to work. Hey, look at that. Look at that. I did something right for a change. First time, look at that. I'm going to use my finger to press it. And then I'm going to get my little tool. And I'm going to straighten it out a bit. Just a bit. There we go, just like that. And I can use my tool again to hold this. This is all perfect into place now. It's all nice and hard into place, so I can move those around now. All right, so let me get this one into place. I think I'm just going to take the metal and go up underneath the little pin and then drop a dab of super glue on it. And I'm going to be painting them anyways because I want them to match the bottom. Okay, so let me just drop a little bit of super glue and let that one set up. Okay, so there's A, B, C, and D. There we go. Put that on there like that. So now we got that ready. Oop. All right, keep that off of there so you don't get any on you. All right, so now we let that set up. 96 lines, Toman. 96 lines. Okay, cool, bro. No problem. Check you when you get back. So yeah, Rob. Just think, I've still got to hook all of them up to these little tiny hydraulic pumps on the outside. So me, I want to make it happen. So like I said, it should look pretty good when I'm done. Like I said, I'll touch it all up, and nobody will ever see anything. These are all. This one didn't quite do what I wanted it to do, so I'm gonna have to put another drop of glue on that. Oh, there it is. It's right where I want it to now. So if I can get a drop of glue on that, I'll be good. All right, so a drop of glue on that. I'm trying not to do too much more than a drop on each thing. Oops. Got to watch the wires too when you're going on. Okay, so that should take care of that whole side and keep it down there where I want it. Okay, now I need to do. Oh man, you know what I did, Rob? Yep, I did. I put it in the wrong hole. Dang, blast it. Ooh, it ain't stopped yet. Ooh, it ain't hardened up yet. Ooh. Come on through. Come on through. Okay, cool. All right, so now I got to do this the other way. I got to go up in here. I got to have it bend here. It's got to bend there instead, like that. It's got to bend there. All right, let's see if I can make this thing go into this hole where it's supposed to be. Excuse the light. I'm going to have to face it over towards you guys for a minute. All right, so we're working on the REVELL Auto Transport trailer. It was re-released April 2021. I got it from Samuel Stokes. The man bought me a trailer because he found out it was part of my Holy Grail builds. So if I did that right, I should be able to do this, and nothing should be in my way. But something seems to be in my way. What? The other line, maybe? Should not be in my way at all. Oh, there we go. This wasn't in the right hole. Here we go again with the right hole, man. All right, so now hopefully if I keep bending it up a little bit at a time, I'll see it pop up. There it is. And I can grab it with my little bit more. My handy dandy needle nose pliers. Nope, it's not quite up far enough yet. I don't want to knock the other line off either. Oop, that's the wrong line I'm pushing on. What a dummy. There we go. Check that out. Man, I'm shaking way too much to be doing this today. All right, so now I'm just going to straighten it out a bit as I come along. I should be able to see hose soon. There we go. I'm going to keep doing everything I can to make this exactly the shape I need it to be as I bring it up. All right, so if I'm lucky there, Rob, that I just did just the way it's supposed to be. That's why I put the wire in here. So now I should be able just to take this, put my fingernail here, and twist this to go to that. Now I'll take my scissors and cut that edge off there. The wires were never intended to stay, but if I have to keep them, I will. I prefer not to, but I will. Damn scissors, man. Okay, whoops. Not exactly okay. All right, where's my cutters? I'm sick of that. Where's my cutters? All right, so now cut that off. Okay, so now if I bring this back, by all realities, all you should have to do is bend the end of it. Yep, just a little bit. And it should be following right along with the suit with the next one, with the one next to it. See, check that crap out. I did something right. Son of a gun. Something actually worked out for me. Yeah, that one's nice and tight. So I just want to twist this one to where it goes down. I'll move this line out of my way over there for the moment. It's nice and glued down. The other line should be nice and glued down now, so you should be able to manipulate them to do what you want them to do, to get them out of your way or whatever. There we go. That's better. So now I just have to put that downward like that. Take my little wire pusher, push that down a bit more. Take it, and I should be able to push it right up underneath the pins. I used, by the way, the blocks that I put on, the 8 ways that I put on, there's one side on it that has a little bit of a raised tip. I'm not sure if that's what they meant it to do, but that's the one I put at the bottom so that I could literally have a little space. See what I just did? So really, in all rights, if I put a little bit of super glue like right here, or any kind of glue for that matter, those lines should stay right where you want them to. I'm glad I did this metal because now it's working really good. Okay, so now we've done 2 out of the 5 lines. 4 out of the 5. 4 out of the 5 lines. So one little drop of super glue right in here in these two to hold these two into place. There we go. Okay, now the very next one is the really long one. It is going to be E. No, D, my bad. I'm sorry, my bad. D. I just put in D, and now I'm doing E. So E is the very long one. I'm not sure that this is the right one, but it's the only one that I see that's this long. So I'm pretty sure it's the right one because everything else should be done. So measure this puppy out. And, boy, that's a long one. Oops. But it's got to be it because it's the only one that I have left besides this one. And I didn't do them all, but that would make this side done except for hooking them up on the sides and on the backs. So once everything dries, I think I should be in good shape. I'm going to try to get these a little cleaner. Oh, you know what I got? What do I got? Where's it at? I have, you know what? If I can't find it, I can always make one. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a little sander. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to take a brand new nail file and I'm just going to cut like a wedge out of it. Just like a wedge. Leave the center. I'm sorry, my bad, the other way around. Leave the outside. Cut the center out. Okay, so that's pretty close. Now I'm just going to take my fingernail and grab a hold of the piece that I cut and pull it down. There. Now, see that? Made myself like a little wrench sander. So now I can just come in here, sand these down a bit more. Maybe add a point to the end of it or something. I did sand them down somewhat when I put them on, but I should have tested them on the lines, but I didn't. So this should help a little bit. The ones that'll be hard to sand are these, so that's why I made that little tip like that. See, I'm just going to pull away from it. It still does it. If I need more, I can always use the other side. So I made myself a little sea sander, so to speak. Like I said, I'm liking the way it's looking. I'm going to touch it up with a little bit of black paint, and I'm going to probably chrome out these and make them look like they have like little hose connections on them when I'm done with it. But there you see it. I have 4 of the lines on. So, this one looks like it might have loosened up. Yep. Okay, so I'll fix that one offline. All right. So, anyways, I only have 2 more lines left that I have not cut and used that are actually formed and ready. The very last one I'm doing here, this one is going to be E. It's going to be the really long one. It's the one I need to cut a couple more holes in for. All right. So this one literally is going to come out here, and it's going to go. I'm going to put it right next to the chassis up in here. So I can put a spot of glue in it somewhere. I'm probably going to put it like right in there. And then I'm going to bring it out slowly from here to there, transition it, probably maybe even just go straight through, and then transition it this way because the hydraulic line is on this pole here. So more than likely it's going to be something like that on the chassis. Oh, look, there's a spot right there I can use. So look at that. So is that actually going to come down to the pump, though? Was that going to be enough line? So let's find out. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to trim that little edge off that I want to be able to pop underneath and glue in place. Okay, so I got the little edge cut off. So at this point, I need to take my measurement. It's just a rough measurement. So I'm going to come through here, and I'm going to have to just bend straight over. bend straight over. Okay, so if I come through here and I bend straight over, it should be perfectly whatever exactly where it needs to be. All right, feed it through, give it a little distance, and voila. We are in like Flint. All right, so let's see if there's enough room underneath here and underneath these to slide that into place. Look at that. It's below the thing. I don't want it below. So now I need to bring it up some. Like so. Oops. A little bit too much, I think, maybe. Nope, maybe not. All right, so now I need to bring that up some and try to get it to go right to there. Like so. That looks pretty good, Rob, right? I don't know if you can see it or not, but that looks pretty good. Can you see that? That last one came out. That last one worked out really good, man. Of course, I said that, and then it moved. Okay, so there's the last one. That's in your eyes. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to let you guys see what I'm doing. All right, so basically, I've got it right to the top of the pin. Now I'm going to just move it down underneath and kind of bring it up. Hello.
Hi, this is Ashley. I'm a hearing administrator calling on a recorded line.
All right, so you heard that. That was just all. All right, so now that I got it in place, I'm going to open my super glue up because then I'm done with this side. Tomorrow or later today, I'll do the other side. Maybe I'll have this pressed up. We'll just have the top do. All right, so now I got to hold that into place for a little while. Let's see. All right, let me get that back up where it goes. Get this guy out of my way because I know it's done. It's actually in the place where I want it. Okay, so here. Like I said, once I get all these lines before I turn it over for it to be done, I'm going to go ahead and touch all this up so nobody will ever see what we did down here. Not that it's a bad job. It's just been a pain in the ass job. But yes, Rob, as you see, I'm the crazy one that's literally going to try to make this look as realistic as possible by using all the stuff that they send you. I'm going to add a couple of things to the toolbox. All right, so there. All right, so if I'm lucky, come on. All right, so let me hold that there for a couple minutes. So anyway, there you go. Okay, so that one's on. All right, so this side of the lines for underneath are done. We have the hydraulic line for the rear here and the other hydraulic line for the rear here. Also, I'm noticing that they have tips and pins right here on all of these damn air brakes. So I'm assuming, my natural assumption, is they expect you to run airlines to all these too. Now, I will use my own airline stuff for that part, probably. I will not be using theirs. I think I have enough. Maybe I don't. I thought I did, but I don't. Wait, maybe on the bottom? There's some in the bottom, so I'll be using some of them. As you see, this is all my stuff here that I use. Made and stuff. I don't have more than a couple of lines. Okay, so I do have enough to do at least one of the hydraulic lines. And it does look like it's bigger. As you can see, it is definitely a bigger line. You can see it. That's definitely a bigger line. So I have that line, and I have another one down here too, I think, somewhere. Nope. Oh, I do have other chain, though, that I'm going to use for, like, toe chain and stuff. Let's get that out while I'm at it. And get this little piece out, too, because I'm going to use it as well. That's about it, though, guys. I think we're good for the day. Actually, I'm going to keep going a little bit here. Let that dry and make sure that we're all set before I leave. Okay, so there's some more chain I yanked out. These are all my little springs and stuff I make, Rob. And then I cut them into pieces as I need them. This whole box is, as you can see, this whole box is full of chains and different lines. Have no damn idea what the hell I'm going to use that chain for, but I thought it was a pretty cool damn big old ball chain. So I put it in my box. I do everything from little ones to long ones. Oops, see, there's another hose piece I'm going to use. There we go. That should hook up to one of those at least. Okay, works for me. What did I do with that? Where did that thing go? But I do still have all this line, so I have plenty of line to do them. So there's that spring. Okay, so the spring's back. All right, so let's leave this, put it back where it was. Hopefully this is all dry now. And when I turn it over, all the lines will stay. I am not drilling any more holes on this side as of yet. Oh, wait, I do want to do that. So I see that the line, I thought it had a lip, but it does not. Maybe I should have kept it inside the chassis, huh? and just brought it out at the end. Maybe I should have done that, but that's more holes to drill. So right now I just have to, I'm going to run it through. I don't even have to drill a hole in this one right here. I just have to run it through here. See if I can hold it in place to where it doesn't break off on the inside. Go completely up and then completely over after I hold it from the inside again from this side. I'm going to literally just bend this over as far as I can and get it to come down. Maybe even take it closer to the, there we go. Okay, so that seems to be pretty good like that. Okay, so that seems to be working pretty good like that. So what I'm going to do is just put it through here, the secondary brace here, and more than likely, just to give it some place, a place to grab, so to speak, I'm probably going to go ahead and drill a hole in the next line over. Come on, I'm having problems with my hands today, guys. I'm sorry. This stuff should have already been done. I'm just shaking so much. I'm having problems getting. There we go. All right, nope, not out the. We don't want you out the. There we go. That'll work. Okay, so now I'm going to do that, and more than likely, like I said, because of how it's falling, I don't want it to do that. I am going to make it to where it literally does that. So now I should be able to push that down right, get that tucked into there, that over to there. I'm gonna kind of like push it up underneath here just to give it where it's gonna go. All right, and that looks like it's still connected. All right, I'm gonna bring it up just a hair. Oh no, not that much. There we go. All right, we're good to go. All right, let me get that back into place. So because I bent it a little bit, it's fighting me on getting it to go back in place. So I'm just going to grab my needle nose again. I'm going to push it through again, and I'm going to make it go to the bottom again, just like I did. All right, so that should do that. All right, there we go. All right, so now I got that line in. That's not where I want it, but it'll do. Actually, it won't do because I want it in where I want it. There we go. That made it a little bit more square of a. The metal was supposed to make this easier, not harder, guys. This thing, I knew this thing was going to be hard enough. Now the end of my pin is bent. There we go. All right. I hope you guys don't have to struggle as much as I do or shake as much as I do, because this is a real pain in the ass to do it the right way. All right, so now I got that where I want it. I am going to let that set up, drop another super glue drop on it, and let that set up like that. Hopefully it just stays there the way I want it to. Shoot. I guess I gotta quit fucking with it. Messing with it. Excuse my language, please, guys. Sorry. All right, so I'm back where I want it. Nabbit. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. You were able to repair them. I'm glad to hear that. That's a great thing, bro, when somebody tells me that they were able to repair something that got broke. That's an awesome thing. This thing is really kicking my ass at the moment. You know what? I'm always tempted on popping these little pins off and just drilling a little tiny hole and putting the shit in that little tiny hole. Let me try that for this one. No, I don't want to do that. All right, super glue is finally setting up on all of them, so this should go perfectly fine right there now. I don't have to take it off this time. All right, let that set up. I'll let that set up for now. All right, guys, that's it. If you like the video and you like to do models, like it, subscribe, please. So eventually I can go live and show you guys where we go and what I do and where I get my kits and stuff and where I get my supplies and stuff and hang out. And you guys will do all kinds of other stuff with me when I'm able to go mobile. Again, this is Joe from not so sunny South Florida today. It is cloud cover and expected a thunderstorm and rain later. So I will be in the house doing more work. I will probably do a little bit more on this, and then I'm going to bring out the Camaro and finish the interior so that tomorrow I can show the little bit of the Camaro as I'm done. I messed up my instructions with super glue. That really stinks. I hate when that happens. But guys, thanks so much. I appreciate you, Toe Man, and I appreciate you there, Rob. You guys are awesome for coming and hanging. Well, yeah, no, I don't. You mean to glue them to the pins first? I don't know that that would be any better trying to get everything to bend correctly. It would just keep coming off and falling off, I think. That's just my personal. I think that's what would happen. But I think this way, at least if I run them and I have to glue a little bit down here on the edges somewhere, you know what I mean, to get it to stay where I want it to on here, which is fine because I didn't have to drill a hole here. And the hydraulic line on this one is on the front forward. So more than likely, yeah, it's showing me coming up and around, literally up underneath this and right up underneath and between this pull rate poster and between this bracket right here and right down onto the hydraulic lift there, the piston. So guys, I'm done. Thank you for coming and hanging. It's been an awesome, awesome show. Like, subscribe, hit that bell so that you get notifications. Shout out to Paul Lovelace, Samuel Stokes, Joe Fritz, and Chris Bryant. Hey y'all, shout out to model groups from Facebook, the Model Asylum and Plastic Addictions Anonymous. I'm Joe. I'm in not so sunny South Florida today, which is normally sunny. Like, subscribe, follow, guys. Thanks, man. Maybe I'll be doing got to follow, man. I might be doing a show this weekend. I have a couple of people that asked me to do so that they could chime in because they work 9 to 5s and can't be in here on a 10 a.m. show during the week. So follow, guys. Click that bell. Make sure you get all notifications about all videos. And when I come on, you guys will know. Rob, have a great day. Toman, have a great day. Be safe out there, brother. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm out of here.